Hello again. This is like my fourth time recording this now, but this is the video that I said that I've been saying I was gonna make for like months and months and months now. I'm finally actually getting to it. Basically, I want to talk about like what's going on with me at the moment because I don't really like talk about personal shit on stream. I don't like talking about personal shit, full stop. But to some extent, I feel like I kind of have to because it's bothering me that it's probably showing or beginning to show in like my content creation and like streaming, and it without other information that goes with it, it may just come across as like maybe me being an asshole or being lazy or whatever. But I wanted to make this video because that's going to explain it. So I've been like trying to get some kind of like doctor's diagnosis on some kind of like currently still undiagnosed problem that I have, um, that I've always had for like as long as I can remember. I've been trying to like get that diagnosed and pushed on because it's getting worse. As I've been getting older, it's been getting worse and worse and worse. I believe now I came to the conclusion probably this year that maybe it might be ADHD. I'm not a doctor, but of course, like this, I can, look at the symptoms and I can compare it to whatever. So I think it's ADHD. Some other doctors have told me that they think it's ADHD. I was even down for a referral to an ADHD specialist to get diagnosed, which has now been cancelled. Long story. It's no longer free here anymore because in certain areas they've passed laws that mean if you're over 25, you have to pay. So we're paying, we're going private, whatever. That's not the important part. What I wanted to sort of like cover is like what's been happening more recently, because more recently it's been getting worse and worse. And I just wanted to cover it in a video just so it's all out there. And because obviously I can talk about it on stream, but someone might miss the. I don't want to have to like repeat it every 20 minutes just to make sure that every person who comes in and goes is, getting that information. The only way of really making sure it's out there is by making a video. Hence, okay, so I'd say it started to become noticed about 10 years ago. I can't really like function and focus on anything. Like, just like zoning out, forgetting. I always thought I just had really bad memory. I think that was the first kind of like diagnosis that a doctor was like, oh, you just have really bad memory. It happens sometimes, but it's worse than that. It's gotten way worse than that. So I just get really forgetful. Like you can tell me something, and then 5 minutes later, I'll forgot I even. I'll forgot. Forgot. Oh my god. I'll forget that I even like spoke to you. Let alone that you told me something. I'll forget I even spoke to you. And I'm pretty sure it's ADHD related. Anyway, not. I'm not here to go into super specific details. I just wanted to kind of like go over how it's been affecting like streaming and me actually doing shit. So I've struggled with this problem for a while. I've been going to the doctors for like 10 or more years now. And because of the doctor system we have here, unfortunately, it's just never really gone anywhere. You know, 10 years ago, I went, listed my symptoms. They were like, okay, take this medication, report back in 6 months. Great. Amazing. Took that, nothing happened, went back 6 months later. Okay, we're going to try you on a different medication. Basically, they never really provided answers. They were just like, here's a quick fix, leave. And that's pretty much how it's been up until about last year, where I started seeing different doctors, and they were like, okay, well, this has been going on for like 8 years now. Maybe we should do something about it. Maybe we should actually do something about it. So that's kind of where we are. But it affects me like working. I can't really like. Well, I mean, I technically can work, but I'm fucking useless at it. Like, I used to work in a kitchen. By the end of like my 2 years in that kitchen, I had to just take a load of time off because I was just getting really pissed off that I couldn't fucking focus on anything. Because I think that's the worst part. The worst part is that I'm self aware of it. Obviously, not at the time. Like, if I'm like zoning out and like doing whatever, the worst part is like after I'm self aware of the fact that, I am struggling to do things that a normal person should just be able to do no problem. So that affected my work quite a lot. Also, just like get like because I think another thing is my insomnia. I have really bad insomnia, and I think even that's ADHD related to some extent. I basically can't control when I go to sleep and when I wake up. I can, set alarms, I'll sleep through the alarm. I can get phone calls, I'll sleep through phone calls. I can physically have someone come in and wake me up. I'll wake up, they'll leave, and then I'll just pass out instantly. So really, there's no workaround to it. And obviously, that's a big part of like, this keeps getting caught in my fucking mouth. It's gonna drive me insane. Anyway, yeah, that's the obviously there's a huge part of like any kind of day to day activity is being awake and being there at a certain time, like whether it's a 9 to 5, whatever. Just I can't really stick to any kind of schedule. So streaming has been fine. Streaming, I enjoy streaming. Obviously, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. And it's also been nice that I can kind of like stop and start when I can. Like there's no start time like be here at this time. There's no like plan, like I don't have to do a specific thing. I can just do whatever. Um that's kind of been nice. But like as I've grown on Twitch, it's kind of become a problem with like me wanting to do more than just play games and yap, even though I do enjoy that, but I don't want to just do that. So the problem is, and like goals as well, like, like hitting 500, hitting 600, whatever. I mean, I still haven't done, I hit 500 on Twitch, like, probably, I want to say, probably a year ago now. Still haven't done a celebration stream for it. Still haven't done that 500 celebration stream that I've been saying I'm going to do for like the last year. That's kind of like why I feel bad, like why I want to like make a video and go over this, because I feel like from an outside perspective, without this information, it must just look like I don't care. Like it must just look like, oh, he's not doing it because he doesn't want to. What other reason would there be? It's like, no, I really wish I could. Um, Same thing with like me planning streams ahead. I'll say like I've been saying I'm gonna do facecam streams more often. Been saying that like a lot, and I've done like one in the past year, I think. I really should. Ideally, there's no reason why I can't be doing them like multiple times a week. I just forget. So yeah, I just wanted to like make this video and kind of like cover all of this shit because otherwise, I feel like from an outside perspective, it must just look like I don't care, like I'm not trying. When in actual fact, it's kinda the opposite. Like I'm kinda really trying to do this, but it's just not really working. Obviously there's things I can do to like try and remind myself, and there's things I can do to like work around it, but it's just been difficult. At the moment we are kind of getting somewhere on a diagnosis, which means I might be able to get medication for it or something. I don't know. But you know, that's future. I have no idea when that's gonna be, what's gonna happen with that. I think that's pretty much everything covered. So, thanks for listening. Bye bye.